Hi everybody. I was just sitting here being busy. And so I thought I would turn on the camera while I was being busy because I'm amazed. Sometimes I amaze myself beyond whatever. I amaze myself. But I if you've seen my video yesterday, I was stamping um on this muslin. Like believe in your dreams. I put on there, and what I was doing for yesterday was basically things to go in my bear journal. This was things for being my friend, and so I got them all cut apart or torn apart, and I started to color them and or paint them or marker them or whatever it's called. But I want to show you something because I'm impressed. I've had these markers for a while. These are Artesia fabric markers, and I just want to sing their praises today. Artesia fabric markers. Now, I do have a link below my videos that I have for Artesia, and I also have a link, a, a code that you can use for a discount. I don't know if the discount still works. I just don't know. But today I started to continue what I was doing yesterday. Not much of anything. Gosh, I've had a good day. My friend Donna come and picked me up, and we went clubbing. Well, our clubbing was really just at McDonald's where we had breakfast and sat there for 3 hours chatting. I don't know which one of us said more words, but excuse me about that. But anyway, I'm going to use these. Darn it, this cough. Why can I cough without talking? I mean, talk without coughing. Okay, but the why I want to sing their praises is because I have learned how wonderful they color. Although I've been using them, oh gosh, excuse me, I may have to do this later. I've been using, okay, I want to get this color. I've been using them a little bit here and a little bit there. And they have a narrow nib and a broad nib here. These are made for fabric. So I have found if I use my regular everyday markers on fabric, they bleed outside the lines and you can't put the colors together. They'll bleed to the colors. Now this one here, like, thank you, sweetie.
Do you want
Uh,
chocolate loose cracks?
yeah, I don't want it right now though because I'm doing a video. Okay, thank you, darling. We mainly needed the sugar so I could bake cookies. Okay, here I have pasted. I didn't paste a flippin' thing. I I colored on this little scrap of fabric, and I have learned a few things. I have learned a few things, and I have learned that you can actually go over. Now this is all dry. All of this is dry. I have learned that you have to wait till it dries a little bit before you actually try to paint over it. So, but you can use the markers and go over an already painted, or and look, it doesn't bleed at all. It just, you go right over it and it doesn't bleed. It just is perfect. Now, and that is something you can't hardly do with just a marker. I mean, a regular marker. These are made for fabric, and I am just tickled. I'm tickled pink. Now, see, now I can go and I can color his colors jack because most raincoats are yellow, and so that's why I'm coloring this one yellow. Otherwise, I would color it purple. But I might, if I put more than one in the book, I would probably make the next one purple. I don't know, but This is amazing. I am loving how these Artesia fabric markers work on fabric. Now, see, I colored one of these already, but I messed up his face, I think. Yeah, I messed him up. I kind of messed him up. He's still cute. I'm still going to use him. But I kind of messed up his face. But I noticed, okay, let me just go ahead and get this here before my mouth overruns my thinker up there, that thing that's inside my skull. There is something inside my skull because I had a headache once, and so that made me know that there was something up there inside my skull. Okay, now, see there how cuteness, oops. Now, oh, you know what? Don't put your fingers on if it's not dry. Don't put your fingers on the paint where it's not dry, because I just noticed I picked that up. So I got to be very careful. Very careful. You'll be very careful with this. Okay, and so then you want to, because it does take just a little bit for it to dry. Okay, and what I'm thinking on this one, I stamped it with brown ink. Memento ink is what I used. And so I would use, is my Memento, let me see, for fade resistant dye ink. So it's a dye ink Memento Rich Cocoa is what I used. And so, and it's not running. It's not running into the other color. Now I want to go over the buckles with a brown, but the buckles in his jacket and the buckles in here, but I'm going to wait till that dries and then I'll go over the buckles. But I don't think I'm going to actually color except for his nose. Now let me see if I mess this up. I think I'll color his nose or her nose. It might be a her nose. I didn't ask her name. I'll put her nose, just color her little nose, and then I'm going to give her a little eye, a little blue eye. There we go. So that's as far as I'm going to color this one. Well, after I'm sure it's dry, then I'm going to put the buckle, then color the buckles. But the way, see, I showed yesterday on the video I did yesterday how I just had strips of muslin and I just stamp on them, and then I tore the strips apart into pieces, and so they're little pieces because I want to use them. Oh, I want to show you too. Where's my scrap? Where's the scrap? Just hey, there it is. Okay. Now see, I want to show you too about these these markers. Like here, if I color a little bit of a color, and then I want to blend it with, now while it's still wet and I go over it, it blends. It really doesn't bleed so much, but the color blends. Blends together. If you do it while it's still wet, you can get it, and it blends together. It almost gives it a gradient, you know. Let's see. Now here, let me see. I got these three. That's purple or blue? It looks blue. I think it's blue. Okay, so if I go like, let me see. If I go blue this way, can you see? Can you see what I'm doing? Wait a minute. Let me shove you closer. See, I keep shoving your chairs around. I want to see if I can get you closer to the camera. Closer. Wait a minute. No, it's farther away, Elizabeth. I had so much fun this morning with my friend. It was just so nice. She came and picked me up. We went to McDonald's. We had a good time. And we chatted and chatted. It was so nice. Okay, and then if I, well, I got to give that a little bit of time to dry. But it's blending. And then if I go with the lighter, I want the blunt end. And it and it just blends together so nicely. It just goes together so nicely. And I don't think I have a lighter blue than that. What's this one? This is sort of looks like a little bit of a lavender, but I'm gonna put that one on there to see what happens with that. Yeah, that one probably kind of dark. But anyhow, look at how I think it's where it gradiates together there. I think that is very pretty. And so you can make your own ribbon, put anything you want on your ribbon. And let me see, I'm gonna write, I'm gonna use the thin pointy thing. Bears. And there I went with that. And I just wrote bears on there. And look how nice. It does not, and then look at the back. It does not even bleed through the fabric. It's not bleeding through the fabric. This tells me, because one of my questions about these markers were, is the fabric going to suck up the ink real fast and then your marker not work? Well, as you can see here, if it sucked it up really bad, now here but I went over a lot with ink there. So it kind of poked through a little bit on that side, but it basically does not suck through. And this is amazing. This is just regular weight muslin. And so, but see here, it says, thanks for being a friend. Oh, I want to go, I did the heart, but I want to go, let me see, I think I want to go with a darker pink on the outside, because there's like a little frame around the heart. There. And so that's pretty, I think. Then the way I want to attach them to my pages, let's just scoot these over here like I always do. I'm a very good scooter. And, oh, this should be dry if I go to do my buckles. Let me do my buckles. Now wait for it to dry so I don't have any running, although, well, it's not completely dry. But I still don't have it. It's not bleeding into the other color. That is what just impresses me so well, that it's not bleeding into the other color. I think that is amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Now, what the way I'm going to attach things to my pages. Oh, wait a minute. Did I bring a needle in here? Okay, I didn't bring a needle in here. Okay, I went and got that thread and then didn't bring a needle. Okay, so, but what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to find a page that I want my tab put on. I want to make this fun for children. Just make it so fun that way. And it's not for children. I mean, I'm not saying that it is only for children, because it's not. It can be for anyone. So now, if you were to take this and just put it here, now I could take it off because I've got this kind of binder thing. I could take it off and then I could stitch around there. That's one way you could put it on there. You could use this for a pocket and stitch around it. But just to leave it like a flapping, just leave it flapping like that. You can take that, and what I want to do, which I will do as soon as my buttons get unlost. Here they're unlost now. They were right there in front of my schnozola. Okay, there we go. And there, ooh, that's a vintage button. Just stitch that button on, and that will hold your little banner on. You could even put it on like this. And but then when you're using the book, or if you're reading it to a child, look at this, how fun. To me, that is fun. And then you can also, well, maybe like take a piece of ribbon. This is some very vintage. I was given this by a very vintage lady, and she used to make fans out of wicker, no, butterflies out of wicker placemats, and she used this to put bows on it, and she gave me a whole bunch of rolls because it's fabric ribbon with the lace, but it's kind of heavy and it's beautiful, and she used to make them in the 60s. So that's why I know it's kind of vintage, because not that I think 60s is vintage, because I don't think it is, but I've heard a lot of younger people say that 60s is vintage. Well, I was born in the 40s, and so I must be, who knows what I am. But see how pretty that looks there? And only by stitching it right on. Now, if you don't want the stitch to show on the other side of the page, put another button over there and sew them both on at the same time. And then that would be just gorgeous. But I just wanted to make this short video so I could show you how wonderful these markers are. Now, you might have other fabric markers that work just as well. I don't know, because these are the only fabric markers that I have. I want to apologize too. I've had a couple people already now ask me, where did my Saturday special celebration thing go? I didn't do one. I just so busy, so busy, so busy. But let's see, I've had 4 Saturday celebrations, and I still have more of those products left. So if you are interested in any of those products that I have, then you just hit me up. I heard that people say that, hit me up. Just hit me up and I'll get things to you. If you want more than one product, let's see, I can make the shipping will be less. Although I put the price includes shipping, the shipping will be less because if I package things together. Some of the things not much less, but there's one thing that comes that I can pack, that the shipping is in a bubble wrap envelope, and I can stuff a lot of that stuff in a bubble wrap envelope. So if you want like all 4 of them items, I can deduct the shipping from 3 of them and stuff them all in that bubble wrap envelope, just to let you know that. Now, there's some things that, like the cards, they're in a small purple envelope, and that's all I can fit in there, a small bubble wrap. I can't fit anything more in there. But if you order something bigger, I can stick those cards, the playing cards, the game cards, in another envelope. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I guess you would call this begging. But anyhow, anyway, I just wanted to show you this. But also, let me see. Do you see this mess I have? How did this mess get on my desk? But it did. This mess just jumped on my desk. I'm looking at my book, looking for my book, and it's missing. Not this book. Where in the world did I put that book? Where did I put that book? Doggone it. Well, I don't know where did I put that book. I don't know where did I put it. Look at these cards. Look at these cards. Oh, 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 oh. Boy, that was a disaster. These are some of my playing cards that I have. But look they're all bears. They're all have to do with bears. those are going to go in my book, and they are going to be just gorgeous. And then this morning when I was over to the McDonald's, I asked the girl that was filling my order, I said, do you have any of them pockets? I said, I do some little bit of craftiness, and I said, those pockets that you put them hash browns in would be like gold. I said, could I have just 2 or 3 of them? And she gave me all these. But look how that little bear fits in there so nicely. So what they're going to go, I'm going to put McDonald's pockets in these books too. I love them. I love them. I want some more of them. But anyhow, I think that's just amazing. Look, I could put this over here like this and staple it. I could staple that on there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be putting a button on there. But anyhow, where did I put my boot? Jeez. Well, I just, Elizabeth Marie, good grief. If I get any more discombobulated in my life, I'm already afraid that my children are looking for a home for me and Papa, which I don't know why they would do that, but except, so if I get any more, so I'm hoping one of you guys get a extra bedroom so that if the children try to put me in a home, huh, I'll move to your house. Okay, I want to read, The Golden Chain of Friendship. Okay, the gift of friendship right here. That's what I'll read you. The gift of friendship. Friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought or sold, but its value is far greater than a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless. It can neither see nor hear. And in the time of trouble, it is powerless to cheer. It has no ears to listen, no heart to understand. It cannot bring you comfort or reach out a helping hand. So when you ask God for a gift, be thankful if He sends not diamonds, pearls, or riches, but the love of real, true friends. Do you like that one? I do. That is wonderful and so true. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Let's see. Where do we end it? Here it is, right here.